All right, so in this video, I want to cover something really important, and that's when the hip pain that you're experiencing seems to be just mostly on one side and it's just not going away. And if you've tried so many different treatments or just different ways to fix it, it just doesn't go away. There's something that you should be looking at that you maybe you're not looking at. And I want to cover that in this video, and that is the hip dominance. And this is just something that it's really subtle, and sometimes we just kind of forget about it. We don't really know what's happening. So first of all, there are some important muscles that when we don't look at them, they can cause issues. So these are muscles of the deep core that are called the transverse abdominis, the multifidus, the diaphragm, and also the pelvic floor muscles. So if you're not strengthening these muscles, then over time you're going to start experiencing some hip issues because as your hips start to take on more work and there's just more pressure on your hip joints, especially if you're not moving correctly either. And on top of that, when we have that one side dominance, it just adds to the issue. So things like this, for example, like you're spending a ton of time driving, and this is not something we can change really because we always have to drive and use the right side more, but there's definitely more load placed on that hip flexor on that right side. So if you are someone who tends to drive a ton, when you get home, you definitely want to spend some time on that right side, releasing that side more, just to kind of balance things out. So that when, we're not like having a ton of tightness here and then everything tenses up and tightens up, and then we kind of end up with that discrepancy. Sometimes when one leg is higher than the other, when this side kind of shortens and this side is long, and then we kind of end up with that higher shoulder. And sometimes it's not even an issue in the upper back at all. It's at the hip level, but we think we start to get some pain in the upper back. So just things like that I want you to kind of consider. Also notice if you always tend to carry your bag on that one side. That also can create some dominance off one side instead of shifting to each side, or wearing your bag kind of across your body to make sure that your shoulders are the same height. The other very common thing is when you're standing with your weight just kind of all shifted to one side, like if you're standing at a grocery store, in line, or at home, and then you kind of shift to that one side, putting more weight on it. And it's like, because it's dominant, it's like you always go back to that side. You can also be sitting and crossing your legs, but just you doing it more on one side. So another way to rebuild that dominance. So over time, the hip will become more dominant and tighter on that one area. And it's just like, even if you keep stretching it, obviously the issue is going to keep showing up because the root cause of it hasn't been addressed. Like we haven't been balancing between the sides. We're always still kind of, by default, just kind of going back to that dominant side. So here are some of the signs to know if you do have this problem. So when you always feel more tense, more tight on just one side over the other. And another one is if your hip hikes up. If your hip hikes up every time you're standing or you're walking, you end up, with your hip hiking up, especially on that one side. If you notice that your hip flexors take over when you're trying to do some core exercises. So you are on your back, you're trying to do some core ab exercises, but your hips fatigue for some reason. You feel it more in your hip flexors than in your core. So that's just a very good sign that you have overworked hip flexors. Maybe if you feel like your glutes just don't work well in your workout, like you're trying to do an exercise, you're trying to engage your core, but you're just not like able to engage it properly. That's a really good sign to try to do some deep core isolated exercises, things that don't engage the hip flexors. And be very mindful when you're standing. See if you are definitely shifting to one side. That's a really good sign for you to notice, especially even if you're standing in the kitchen, like making food or anything. Just notice what your body is doing by default, because if you are not mindful of these things, just think of how many times during the day you're kind of going back to that default posture or movement. And so before we even just get to like stretching or doing more of exercise or anything, we really have to address these things, and we have to address these imbalances in our posture, because obviously we're not meant to be completely like perfect, but it's just this repetitive thing that can cause issues long term. And if we're mindful of them, we can disrupt that cycle, we can change it, we can switch sides, and that really, like, in the long run, the effort you put into those things, it really shows up. It really shows up in the long term. You're going to see it in less pain, better posture, just being able to exercise better, to engage your muscles better. So these things are definitely going to pay off. And of course, if you have any issues like pinpointing which muscles are tight, which are weak, just do the assessment in the piriformis control program. It's going to show you exactly which muscles are tight and also exactly what are doing to your posture. You're going to see, oh, this muscle is tight. This is how it's manifesting. It's pulling my hip forward. Or if your lower back is arching or rounding, these are the muscles that need to be released, and these are the muscles that need to be strengthened. So the program is really going to help you with that. So definitely make sure to grab it. I recommend it for anyone and everyone with hip and lower back issues, because it's just really good to see where these muscle imbalances are showing up, and so you can go and fix them before they can cause any other major issues. So I really hope this video was helpful to you and just gonna shed some light on some of these hidden causes of pain that just don't want to go away. And if you found it helpful, I really appreciate if you like the video, if you comment, and definitely if you subscribe to my channel. It really helps to push these videos to others who need it. And I have some free resources as well below the video.